Hello, everybody. I want to thank you for being here. I'm going to plug in my mic and make sure that my mic is working. Let me know if you can hear me. Hold on, I got to go to my comments. Again, let me know if you can hear me. Thank you all for coming in. So, can you hear me? Okay, thanks, Roseanne. Do I have any moderators in the room? Let me send for my moderators. Just give me a sec. The live actually starts at 10. Oh, I do have one moderator in the room, which is Renee. Thanks for being here, Renee. I appreciate you coming in. Again, the live starts at 10 o'clock. Hey, TT, I have another moderator in the room, which is TT. Thanks for being here and helping out. So we have 21 people in the room, and the chat for tonight is: are you feeling unsure about life? No sense of direction? And there are people in life, whether this pertains to you or not, there are people in life that have no sense of direction right now, or are feeling a little unsure about life. And there's a lot of older people in my room and in my chats that just kind of feel that way. So if that's you and you have something to say, something, a comment or a question, go ahead and participate. If you would like to come up on stage, let me send the link. And the floor is also open for it is an open discussion as well. I'm sending the invite link. Hello, Helena. Greetings, beloved of light. I was praying in my temple and I got connected to you to deliver a message to you. Follow me up. Hit me up in my DM immediately. It's important. Uh no, I won't be doing that at all. So that user just got blocked. We won't accept any type of spam like that. So for the moderators, we're not tolerating any type of disrespect tonight. People they can express their opinion and speak, they can join the chat, we can debate, but there will not be any type of disrespect going on. Time them out. If they come back and they can't control themselves, then they will just be hidden from the channel. I did invite, like I said, the girl that was made a video about me. I invited her and her people to come over. So if they show up and it gets a little heated, just be on point, moderators. Again, if anybody is in here is feeling stuck in life, or uncertain or unsure about life, let's talk about it. Um, I talk a lot about letting people go and people being okay. Let me talk about this. Sometimes being lied on and being disrespected, you feel the need to tell your side of the story and lash out, which is what I do. And we have to work on, when and where there's a time to tell our story. And most of the time, you don't have to tell your story. No matter what people say about you, let them have their piece and let them have their say. And I know that's strange coming from me because I refuse to let people tell their story without me lashing out telling my story. Um, And the other thing is people get uh they get their false power and false self-esteem tied up in the lies about you. Somehow that makes them feel good. So we can talk about that and also talk about the fact that if you are in a place in your life where you are feeling unsure about anything, unsure about stability, where you need to be, where you need to go, a person that you're with in a relationship, people you need to let go, and usually the people we need to let go of, unfortunately, is family. Family are the people, I mean, relatives, blood relatives that will drag you down and bring you down. You are not obligated to continue to have these people in your life. When they're disrespectful, they're mean to you, they're abusive emotionally, physically, financially, however abusive they are. Blood relatives can be very mean and abusive people and very selfish people. And we are not obligated to at all to have these people in our lives. It's okay to cut them off. It's okay to let them go when they're disturbing your life and making you feel a certain type of way. So, any comments or questions? And again, the chat is open. It's an open discussion as well. Did this lady come back in the chat again? Hold on. Okay. I know good and well. Okay, so there's no comments, no questions, no discussion about it at all, about anything. Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Like I said, the floor is open. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is let this chat go for about 5 more minutes, and then I will just go ahead and end it. So we won't just be sitting here staring at each other. But until then, I want to say that people have a way of pulling you into, and right now I'm talking pretty much about family members, people that you're very close to. Um, I'm not cooking anything tonight. I had chicken earlier, like I don't know, it was daytime. It's already 10 o'clock p.m., but probably about 6 o'clock I had chicken. Latif might cook some more chicken in a little while because that's my favorite food here. People have a way of pulling you into their dark circles. And like I said, right now I'm speaking specifically of blood relatives. Hold on, y'all. I got a message here. Just give me a second. Hey, Bertha. Thanks for coming in. Do you know the subject? The subject is, are you feeling unstuck? Are you feeling stuck in life or unsure of, you don't have no direction in life? Maybe you've lost your purpose in life or can't figure out what your purpose is. And we're talking about disconnecting from relatives, abusive relatives, whether they're physically abusive, financially, emotionally abusive, wherever the abuse comes from. We're talking about the fact that you do not have to have these people in your life. You're not obligated to keep these people around. Sometimes family members lean on you if you're always there for them. Exactly. And you no longer have to always be there for them. I mean, if you choose to, it's good. If it's a good relationship, that's fine. We're talking about people that's abusing you in some type of way. Even if they lean on you, they're leaning on you just a little too much, like you have become their crutch. If that is affecting you and your life, then you are not obligated to always be there for people. Let's say, I don't know, your mother or your sister does not have a car and they need to go to the store. You are not obligated to take them to the store every time they call you 5, 7 days a week. I need cigarettes. Can you take me to get a beer? I need a loaf of bread. Then Tuesday, they need a gallon of milk. And then Wednesday, they got to pick up their medicine. No, 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 no. We're going to pick one day or 2 days a week. One day is good where you do all of this stuff at once. Let's get this done at once. You have to set some boundaries, because that's definitely what I'm working on now is setting boundaries, because I have lost my boundaries. What kind of spices did you find there? I ended up finding all of them here. Michelle and Kim and a couple of Kims and Tanya, Latanya. I think somebody, a few people sent me a lot of spices and seasonings. And then I ended up finding a store that has all of them but they only had them in the big Costco sizes, and now that store has them in smaller sizes. There's only a couple of spices I haven't, a couple of things I haven't found. Like I would like some cinnamon, and all they have here is cinnamon sticks, and that wasn't what I was looking for. So, any comments or questions on the subject, or anything you want to talk about at all, let me know. I want the moderators to be very vigilant tonight because I'm expecting some trouble, and I'm just going, and I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with no trolls. I don't deal with no spammers. Nobody coming in here saying that they got a message from God for me to inbox them, spiritual healing, none of that. Hey, Bridget, I'm doing good. Thanks for coming in. So, Bridget, are you good in life? Do you have any family members that you feel like you need to let go of that lean on you just a little too much, verbally, emotionally abusive? And then these same people will treat you like shit all year long and expect you to show up for Thanksgiving and Christmas, knowing damn well they don't like you, they don't want you there. um their goal is probably to see what you're going to bring this time, what you're going to wear this time. Are you bringing all your badass kids or something like that? You don't have to be a part of the family gatherings. Have your own family gathering and keep your peace of mind. Some family members lean on you if you're always there for them. Again, any comments or questions? You don't have those issues, Bridget. Thank God. God bless you. God bless you, because I do. I mean, I have a brother that seems to. I have a brother that seems. I know he loves me, but he's a Pisces, and he's almost going into Aries. He's March 21st, I think, and he's that family member that always has something negative to say about my life. I'm not stable. I'm always in this city, in that state, in this country, in that country, and I don't understand why it bothers your life. If you don't support me, I don't have nothing to do with you. It's not like you're taking care of me over here. So why do you care where the hell I go? You are right about setting boundaries. I learned very late in life to do so. Your own children can be users. You can give them help, then you can give them help. You can give them, help them, and someone, if I need a little help, they are busy. Okay, and so in that situation, you're right. You can be there for them all the time, and the minute you need something, they're busy. That's not cool. So, but I mean, Shirley, what did you do about it? At this point, where do you stand with that situation? Because for me, it's about cutting people off. Like I said, this year it's just about cutting people off. You either gonna get right or you're not, and you gonna get right or you have to go. And I'm specifically talking about family members. They're mostly distant family that's off in Detroit somewhere, but still, I don't have time for it. I'm not finna call you. When are you coming back to see us? When are you coming to Detroit? Never, unless I want to. Because when have y'all come to California to visit me? No. All I ever hear is when you coming back home, when you coming to Detroit. Meanwhile, y'all all getting together to go to my nephew's graduation in Atlanta. My brother got sick and y'all all made it to Atlanta for him being sick. Um, my son died and not one of you motherfuckers made it out to hug on me and my family. So I don't give a shit about it. And I'm talking about relatives. I ain't even talking about family, because family is the people that God give you, that do love on you, that are there for you. I have learned not to worry about what people think of me. I don't care if my phone never rings. And I understand T and TT, and that's a great place to be. Tisha's in the house. Where you at? Hey, Tisha. Girl, I was gonna send you a message today. I said, no, 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 no. Let me just hold back another day. Let me give her until like around Monday, because I haven't heard from you. We have another moderator in the house, which is Tisha. Thanks for being here, Tisha. One thing I love about family is that you do don't have to be blood to the family. Exactly. God will bring you family members from somewhere that has nothing to do with your bloodline. They don't know your mama or your daddy, your sisters, or your brothers, and they will be good to you. I mean, pretty much like the chemisphere has been to me. Same thing. I mean, you don't even see my all of my family is on my YouTube and my social medias. You do not see them come in here. You see, there's my daughter, my son, and my granddaughter that will pop in. They're not social media people, but they will pop in. Outside of that, my family don't pop in and out of here. Now, if I need to call any one of them, I can. Except my brother, I would never. Like I would never. I would probably have to be close to dead to call him. Unfortunately. Any more comments or questions? I don't know what they thought when they announced the little graduation situation for me. Congratulations to my little nephew that's graduating high school. But, I got really unnerved about the fact that everybody will jump up and go to Atlanta all the time for this one specific set of family members and never has come to California. I had a brother come in the 80s and my cousin came in the year 2000. Like I said, I don't care what me and my family went through in California. Y'all ain't never came to check on us. Y'all ain't never caught a taxi, a bus, drove, took a plane or nothing to come. Not even when my son died. So I pretty much kind of disconnected from y'all a long time ago. It's amazing how family dynamics change once people dies. It is. So don't fucking call me about somebody damn graduating. He's still alive. He gonna walk the stage. Hey, congratulations for you. But where was y'all at when me and my family needed y'all? Nowhere to be found. Everybody had this excuse. Well, I don't get paid till next week, and I this and I that. Okay, fine, bitch. Me and my kids will hug on each other. The drawback for me is that it angers me and I keep it all bottled up. You know what, Shirley? That's what you can't do or shouldn't do. We had a conversation about this early. Is don't keep it bottled up. You can express to them how you feel or just go ahead and cut them off. You know, you just can't continue to be people's crutch. You cannot continue to be people's crutch or punching bag or their bank account, their ATM machine. You can't keep being their taxi driver, and then when you reach out and need them, they're not there for you. We have to let these grown ass kids go. There are children, I understand. If you have a good relationship with your kids, that's cool. But if they're showing you a different side, that's not good. That's not gonna work. It's okay to let them go. You taught them well, hopefully, and they should learn. Now I do have a good relationship with my children. I don't have no complaints about them, so I'm there for them if they need me. But yeah, you have to let people know how you feel because if you don't, surely if you don't voice to them, if you don't communicate with them how you feel, they're not gonna know. It's possible that your kids have no idea how you feel. Like they have no clue, so they're gonna keep on doing what they do because if you haven't communicated that, then they don't know. So have you let your family know how you feel, Shirley? And Tisha, I know what you went through with your family just recently, through somebody passed through your with your auntie. I understand, you shared with us some things you went through with them. Brothers and sisters are not a part of your nuclear family. The only band are your parents. It's a bonus if you are close after your parents are gone. Brothers and sisters are not part of your nuclear family. Rockabye baby, what exactly do you mean by that? Because I just don't understand that. The problem is when I get angry, I cuss, and it gets ugly. Oh yeah, I understand. I'm a cusser, Shirley, and I'm working on it. I'm not working really hard on it, but I am trying to work on it. But if you know you're a cusser, then plan a day and a time to sit them down and talk to them. Try to control your cussing and see how it works out. I keep bottled up too. I have a problem with being a people pleaser and am learning to stop that. I also am an introvert and have no problems being alone and having peace. Yeah, like I said, all I can say is don't keep. I'm just not a fan of keeping things bottled up. I don't really know how to keep things bottled up. If you don't comfort me or approach me in a certain way, I can kind of keep things to myself. I can observe you and watch you, and I can have a problem with you, and you never know it. But once you send for me and you disrespectful to me like that, um, I have to let you know how I feel. But I also know how to cut people off as well. I know how to cut in real life off social media. I know how to cut you off as if I never ever knew that you existed. So, Rockabye Baby, can you explain yourself? If you want to come up, please do. The link is in the description. Yeah, I used to get ran over until about 2 years ago. Then I started speaking up for myself. Good for you, Tisha. You have to, like I said, people don't know how you feel if you don't speak up. And if it comes out a little angry, that's okay. They probably deserved it. Rockabye Baby's comment, you talking about Rockabye Baby, TT? It's above Shirley and below Shirley. Her comment is between two of Shirley's comments. Brothers and sisters are not a part of your nuclear family. The only band are your parents. It is a bonus if you are close after your parents are gone. Like I said, I don't really understand that comment. You don't see it either, Renee? That's interesting. That we have in comments we not seeing. This happened the other day. Huh. Okay, it says show. Okay, I just put her comment on the screen. Maybe y'all can see it now. I don't know why it's not showing comments. Just that brothers and sisters are blood through your parents, but they are not your blood. Nuclear family is your children and your grandchildren. Yeah, Rockabye Baby, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I'm really gonna have to disagree with that. It could be true. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but yeah, I disagree with that. Does anybody understand what she's saying and agree with that or disagree? Because I can't. I can't wrap my brain around how we came from the same mother and father, but we're not related or they're not family. So are there 51 people in here and only two likes, or am I seeing my screen different? I don't agree. You don't agree with that, Brown Eyes? I don't either. And I think mostly I just really don't understand what she's saying. I don't get how brothers and sisters are blood through your parents, but they are not your blood. Yeah, yeah, I don't agree with that. Hey, Sabrina, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in, Brown Eyes. Any other comments or questions? Rockabye Baby, can you come up on the stage and explain that better? Because I know you agree with what I know you understand what you're saying, but some of us don't. 17 likes, okay. There's 55 people in the room with 17 likes. Can you guys please hit the like button? I would appreciate that. And again, the link to come up is did it go away? Hold on, let me paste it. Let me paste the invite link to come up. Hey, hello, good evening. Tuning in from Dallas. Did you get out of Ghana yet? How are you feeling today? What was just checking on you? Oh no, I'm still in Ghana. It's not time for me to leave, and I might extend my stay for a minute. It depends on a few things. Thanks for coming in. If we are all the same blood, brothers and sisters, how is it different? I don't know. That's why I wish she would come up and explain it better. We can hear her voice and she can explain it. Otherwise, we just gonna move on past it because we don't seem to understand it. I don't. Y'all don't. And you can come up rockabye. You can come up rockabye baby without showing your face, but we will be able to hear your voice. I just hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Abolia. Thanks for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Any other comments or questions? Rockabye Baby's not going to come up, I don't think. So let's move on to something else. And so, again, the subject is letting pretty much if you're stuck, let's get back to the beginning. If you feel stuck in life, if you feel unsure about life, if you have lost your direction, a lot of empty nesters feel that way. A lot of empty nesters feel like they just, everybody, the kids are gone, the grandkids are grown, and they don't know what to do in life. They don't know where to go, what to do, and they just feel stuck. But whatever has you feeling stuck in life or not knowing your purpose, you can bring that up as in the discussion. Also, separating from toxic family members. I think it means nuclear family as nuclear family is father, mother, and any children. Comment is not saying siblings are not related. Yeah, I don't know what she's saying. I don't have a camera or a mic. Okay, okay, rockabye baby. I think it means nuclear family is father, mother, and any children. Comment is not saying siblings are not related. That's exactly what it sounds like her comment is saying. If your phone if you're on your phone, that's good, rockabye baby. So you don't have a mic or camera on your phone, is what you're saying? You must have. Do you not have a? No, you have to have a smartphone to be on TikTok. Your brothers and sisters are related, but they are not your descendants. We're not talking about descendants. We're talking about blood relatives, specifically said blood relatives and family, people that God give you. We're saying that you do not have to, you are not obligated to stay in to keep your blood family around. You are not obligated to keep these people in your lives. If they are mistreating you in any kind of way, it's okay to let them go and put them out your life. It is totally okay to say, look, you're toxic. This is a toxic relationship, and if we can't fix this, you have to go. So we weren't talking about descendants specifically using that word. We're talking about blood relatives. And if your mother and father had you, you are definitely blood relatives. I'm sorry to hear that it's 95 degrees there. I would be miserable. And 95 degrees, ain't no way. Could you explain that? Can you explain that on an Islamic level? Because I have did that, have learned to let go but love the afar. No, I can't explain that on an Islamic level. I can only explain it in English. I don't really understand why I would have to explain it in a Christian level or an Islamic level. It's just plain English. If you have a problem with a family member, if you have toxic people in your family, it's okay to let them go. I don't care what the Bible or I don't care what the Bible or the Quran says. In life, in real life, this is about God and your free will. You don't have to have toxic people in your life. But if you choose to bring your own religion in it and follow the Quran or the Bible, then I can't really speak on that because I choose not to. Painful, but necessary. It is necessary. It is very, very necessary to get toxic people away from you. Like I said, it could be your mother, it could be your sister, it could be your neighbor, it could be your brother. If whatever is happening is starting to affect your life, let these people go. And it's hard. I had a daughter I had to let go. I mean, and they call it tough love, but hey, what we need to learn how to do is love ourselves. You welcome, time will tell. If we have to learn to love ourselves first. And like I said, one thing I'm working on this year is getting rid of the toxic people. If you no longer mean me well or serve a specific purpose in my life, then and you're making me feel some type of way, then I have to let you go. And it's crazy because you will miss the people. Sometimes you will miss the people that hurt you, but you have to push through that hurt and just let it pass. It's like being homesick. If you want to go somewhere, you want to move to another state, you're going to get homesick. But if you can push through that homesickness, you'll usually be okay. Any comments or questions? What was the temperature today in Ghana? I feel like I've been under the air all day, so I don't know. Like right now, it feels like it's about 80 degrees. It's really hot. I'm sitting outside and it's really hot. Yes, I had to cut my daughter off. It was a few years ago, my oldest daughter, but I mean, she was very toxic for me at the time because she was having her own issues that she was dealing with emotionally. It was becoming too much for me. I mean, we're cool now. She got herself together and we're cool now. That was that was a few years ago. But I mean, it's not shocking if it's your daughter. It's not shocking if it's your mother or if it's your neighbor. If you got a neighbor, like I said, if you got a neighbor that needs to ride to work every morning, it's okay to say no. I'm not. I know that means I have to get up out of my bed in my comfort at 6:30, 6:15, get you to work every morning. That might turn into me, can I drop your kids off at daycare? Then I have to get myself back home. Now I can't go back to sleep. And then I got to turn around and pick you back up when you get off work. It's okay to say no. You said, Abolia. What do you mean by that? What does that mean? Let me take this. I don't know how to let me take this comment down. It shouldn't still be up there, but let me. Hold on, Rockabye baby. Your comment is still up there. Okay, there we go. Kim, you are totally correct. Just because someone is family doesn't mean they are not toxic for you. They can bring you down in every way faster than a stranger in the streets. Exactly. Which is why I was saying earlier, sometimes when you need to talk, and I encourage people to talk, to do talk therapy, sometimes it's just easier to talk to a stranger. But yeah, family can bring you down. They will bring you down faster than anybody. Like I said, they will not talk to you all year long and expect you to show up for Thanksgiving dinner and then have an attitude if you don't show up. Like you didn't just cuss me out 3, 4 times this year. Like you haven't spoken to me all year long and you think I want to sit down at the table with you just for the sake of making mama happy. Mama, I'm sorry. I will not be joining Thanksgiving dinner because I'm not going to sit next to your toxic ass daughter. I'm going to have Thanksgiving dinner at home with my family, my children, me and my children. And then people get drunk and want to bring up old stuff. It is no, 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 no. I can't do all that. That person would have to take the bus or Uber. Bullshit, ain't no way. But you have people. Not that I'm not, and I'm not saying don't help people. You do have a person, like I have used this analogy before. Maybe you got a neighbor that you're close to that just finally got a job. She got a couple kids. She just got finally hired somewhere, and she needs you for until she get her first paycheck. Can you please take me to work until I get my first paycheck? Now, you can say yes. It's okay to say yes. But if you honestly don't want to do it, it's okay to say no. It's just okay to say no. And it's a hard no. A lot of no's are very hard no's, because here's a young lady that's trying to get her life together, and but at the same time, you 40, you 50, 60 years old, 30, whatever. You just don't want to get up every morning at 6 o'clock to get her to work. It's okay to say no immediately and let her have the opportunity to ask the next person. That's all. Ask somebody else. Hey, One Shell, thanks for coming in. We have another moderator in the room, which is One Shell. Anybody have any comments or questions, or would like to come up and explain any of this? Feel free. Now, I'm not by any means telling people to just cut their family off. I'm just giving you some suggestions if you have these toxic relationships. Like I said, this could be a marriage, a dating relationship, a neighbor, a friend, a sister, a brother. It doesn't matter who it is. I just want you to know that you're not obligated to be in these people's lives. Who said you are? If you're feeling unsure about life, you don't know what direction to go in, if you're an empty nester and you feel a little lost and you want to have something to say, let me hear your comments and questions. Let me hear your story. If you want to come up, the link is in the description box. I mean, it's in the chats. Let me repost it. We got to heal this year. We got to heal this year. We got to get better. We have to do better this year than we did last year. Emotionally, we are messed up. And when I say we, I don't mean everybody in the chat and everybody in the world, but we as people are messed up. We are messed up deep, deep, deep inside. The best way for me to remove toxic people is to never talk to them again. I don't even be wanting to talk it out, but I'm working on that. Now, see, Tisha, that's how I am in real life. I'm just gonna be honest with you. My I can try to say something to you, and if you don't hear me, and I know you're not hearing me, my section option is to just cut you off. To just go ahead and cut you off. My block game is real good on everything. I can just cut you off, and you can sit in your house and figure out why. You can come and knock on my door, and I'll sit there like I don't see you. Because by the time I let you go, I have already had this conversation with you. I have already let you know how you're making me feel. How can we fix this? We've done that already. My youngest adult child told me years ago, don't allow other people's problems to become yours. Exactly. But we don't know how to not do that. A lot of us don't know how to not let other people's problems, because I'm always letting other people's problems become my problems. I just bring this stuff into my life. And so I have to work on not doing that, not making other people's problems. I was at One Africa here in Ghana. I was at One Africa in 2022, I think. Just sitting at the table, I probably went there for the water, but I was sitting at the table at the time, and a kid came up, and Shabazz, the manager, said, "Why you not in school?" He said, "I can't." No, 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 that's not what happened. He came up and he said, "Shabazz, can you give me 90 CDs?" And Shabazz said, "Why do you need 90 CDs?" And the boy said, "Because I can't go to school until I buy a desk and pay for a shirt. I don't have a school shirt." And Shabazz said, "Well, I don't know. Some. We gonna see. I'll see about it." And after a minute, I kind of called the young man over and I said, "What's going on? Why can't you go to school? What's happening with your school?" He said, "I need to buy a shirt, a uniform shirt. I can't go without a uniform shirt and I have to pay for a desk." And I said, "So all of that is 90 CDs." So I went and talked to Shabazz and I told Shabazz, I said, "Look, I'll pay the 90 CDs for the boy to get his desk and his shirt." Now, that was a problem that had nothing to do with me. That was not my issue whatsoever. Now, it didn't bother me. I was down 90 CDs. It didn't affect me in any type of way. And the little boy did go to school. But again, that had nothing to do with me. I had to learn the reason for saying that was that I was helping too many people who would not lift a finger for me. That's how it is, Egyptian goddess. That's just how it is. Very real difference between codependency and interdependency. We've got to do better. I was definitely codependent. I was definitely codependent. But God, these doggone, I don't know what these wormy looking bugs are, y'all, but they are out here and ew. I just got to keep my eye on them, make sure they not centipedes, they not millipedes. They kind of look in between both of them. This thing look, and it's moving a little too fast. Latif, can you come please? Oh, and it's more than one of them. Oh, heck no! Can you come, please? It's not an emergency, but it is a little urgent. Hey, Kenny, thanks for coming in. Hey, Tasha, thanks for coming in. Hold on, y'all. Just give me a minute. Just give. Where did them things go? Hold on, y'all. I gotta leave the camera. It is a few. No, they're like centipedes and millipedes, but okay. There's one.
You concentrate on the picture. I'm looking on the
Latif, I'm looking on the ground because I see them and they're moving, and I don't want them to come up here. There's one. There's two.
They will not come to us.
Are you sure they won't come up here?
They will not come.
How would you know? How do you know that?
The direction is going on that direction. It's not coming here.
Okay. All right. Okay. Uh, thank you, Hey, thank you, Shayla. Not an emergency, but a little urgent. It is. You see, he don't have no. He don't. He Latif ain't paying them no attention. He said they not coming up here. Um, but I'm gonna make sure I keep looking. Thank you, Sabrina, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. How does he supposed to get rid of them? Well, usually he'll pick them up and throw them further away from me. Is that a centipede? Hold on, y'all. Hold, damn it. Hold on. It's too much going on out here tonight. That's the rain that brought. Okay, okay, okay. Let me calm down. Just let me sit down. This is the very reason I keep telling y'all I don't know why God didn't make me a weed smoker because, well, I don't know. Maybe if I was a weed smoker, the bugs would look worse. I'm not really sure, but anyway, I'm gonna just try to concentrate on this screen. I'm gonna keep them where I can see them and just keep on with my conversation. So, any comments or questions? Again, thank you, Sabrina, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. And thank you, Barbara, for thanking Sabrina. It's hilarious till you get over here and see one of them, YouTuber. Maybe I should bring you some spray. I have spray, but it's not nothing I would. I have spray. It's nothing I would want to spray. I just prefer my husband to come and get them and move them. But now they just sitting still like they fell asleep. Maybe I should. Everyone, please show your support by hitting the like button. Thank you, Barbara, for that announcement. I mean, it's a frog on the door, but I'm not scared of them. He can stay there all night. They done been in the house. They don't bother me. So again, any comments or questions on the subject? Anybody not from anybody here that doesn't know what the subject is? We are talking about if you have lost your direction in life, if you're unsure about your purpose, you just feeling kind of stuck, and letting go of toxic relationships, including blood relatives. Vinegar, dish liquid, water, and a bit of olive oil has a binder to repel insects. Vinegar, dish liquid, water, and a bit of oof, olive oil. So it won't kill them, it'll just keep them away. Is that what you're saying, Raw Space? Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I don't know if I told y'all that the whole ceiling fell in the bedroom today. And we called the landlord, sent him the video. We ain't seen him. He don't care. All he said was he'll be here Tuesday again with our money. So that is exact where I am at. I sad. I'm really considering going no contact. Hold on. Or how everyone says it now. Monk mode. I was actually hold on. I was actually considering a few days ago going into monk mode, which is just kind of disappearing and going into meditation, just basically in isolation, um, for a few days, maybe 3 to 5 days. Except it's hard for me to do that when I don't know my situation with the house. Like we're waiting every single day for this man to come and give us our money so we can leave. But I would definitely suggest going into monk mode. You know, if you understand what it is and what you want to do in monk mode, it's good to do that. I'm not going to do it for 30 days or anything like that. I was just going to do it for 3 to 5 days. So Shayla, what's your deciding factor on whether you would do it or not? No, there's snakes are not bad around. I haven't seen a snake on this land. I'm sure they're here. This is an acre and a half of land. I'm sure they're here. We saw them at the store like once every 3 or 4 months, but they're not bad. And they don't scare me as long as they don't jump out of nowhere and startle me. I'll just call Latif to come out and get it. But if one just jumps out of nowhere and startle me, you'll know. Honestly, I've done all my toxic exclusions. I just wanted to say hi to you and hubby. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate a YouTube user. I thank you. Thanks for coming in. And I'm glad to hear that you got all of your toxic exclusions. They're gone. Good. You did good. We need to figure out how to do that. Good night. I'm going over to Black Alpha Network, then to the Black Authority channel. Ashe to listen to my sisters. Ashe. Good night. Thanks for coming in, Abolia. Reordering my mind. Are you going into monk space, raw space? I mean monk mode. The deciding factor is if the people I have told how I feel continue to cross the boundaries I have set. Um, But going into monk mode, I don't know what that means for you, but you're kind of going to go into isolation, meditate, pray, kind of set some type of eating boundaries, maybe fruits and vegetables. Turn your phone off, social media, everything. Disconnect from the world for a whatever amount of time that you set. Other than that, if you're talking about for a lifetime, you kind of gonna become a hermit. Do they have laws in Ghana? No, there's absolutely no laws here in Ghana, Bridget. I do that regularly, especially since I work in mental health. Really, Roz? Do you do a certain amount of days? Hey, Latifah, thanks for coming in. Thank you. That was actually a 2023 picture at One Africa. One Africa was my life, my home, my fun, my entertainment. It was everything until it just wasn't, until it just went bad over there. I'm doing good, Latifa. Making plans. It feels good to make plans in life. And I did pull out my journal and start writing some things down today. Um, I started writing down just my thoughts. I didn't think about anything. I would just pick up my pen and start writing, whether something made sense or not, and I'll look at it later. But I also, a few days ago, was making a list of the things that's going right for me in Ghana, the things I feel that's going wrong for me in Ghana, reasons to go to the US, reasons to not go to the US, and just kind of balance it out. And that's me trying to figure out where I'm going. And I do want to make it clear from the comment that was earlier, it was a sweet gesture, but when I say I don't know where I'm going once I leave Ghana, I don't mean that I'm going to be homeless. I am in no way, shape, fashion, or form going to be homeless in the United States. It just means I don't know my direction right now. I have the weekend to set aside for silent study and editing my first book. Oh, okay. Congratulations on your first book. That's so good. That's so positive. Very therapeutic. That's the way forward. Yes, exactly. I wish you could stay in Ghana. I mean, I wish I could too, but it's not. It's one of them. It is a toxic relationship. Me and Ghana is it has become toxic for me, and so I have to leave it, even if it's temporary. I have to leave here for my own mental health. It has messed me up mentally. It has messed me up deep on the inside, and I it's time. It's just time for a break. It really is. And then I got a phone call today. I had three positive things happen to me today. When Rod Space came up and kind of poured into me, and then the other lady, I couldn't say her name, she came up and poured into me. I got a phone call from a sister who did the same thing. She was pretty much speaking on to please not leave my husband here and how she missed me, that she's loyal to me, and to try to ignore the madness. She was just saying, Kim, I don't like to see when you go off on people on YouTube and go off on people in the comments. So she's just basically saying, ignore them people, focus on your goal, focus on your money. TikTok is your job, and just let these people go on about their business. They go from page to page trolling people, and that's what they do. I love that for you, Miss Kim. Thank you, Latifa. So as I said, I am working on you know, not responding to every little comment that's on my YouTube and TikTok because it's weighing on me too bad. Hi, Kimberly. That's so sad. You had such a terrible time in Ghana. It's not easy to get up and leave your home and move to another country, and then you don't get treated good. That's very difficult. It is difficult, but what I do want to say is I've been here over 3 years, and only this last year has been an issue. And of this last year, the 6 months have been the biggest issue. And out of the 6 months, it's been the last 2 months of living in this house. So I would not have continued to come back and forth to Ghana if it was always this bad for me. It wasn't always bad. There was a time that Ghana was my paradise. It was my peace and my freedom, and it's just not that anymore. Hey, Black on Purpose, thanks for coming in. Thank you for that announcement. Oh, so we have Boss Chick here. Thanks for being here, Boss Chick. Any more comments or questions? We have 61 people in the room. If you could all please like the live, and if you could share it, that would be great as well. Hey, Martha's Vineyard. Martha, do you have any toxic relatives you need to get rid of? That you need to disconnect from? Are you feeling lost and unsure about life? Don't know which direction to go in, or lost your purpose? That is the discussion tonight. Thank you, Princess B. I'm gonna be okay. Just like I've made it to Ghana and made my 3 years here, I have to trust and believe that the universe will let me know my next destination. And that's all I can do. What I won't do, what I'm not gonna say I won't. What I'm trying my best not to do, because I'm a work in progress, is not sit up and worry about it. Just kind of sit and listen to God and listen to the universe. You got to listen to your own inner spirit, and it just doesn't lead you wrong. Girl, Kim, go where you feel comfortable. There's nothing wrong with leaving. It's only another journey. Oh, it ain't nothing wrong with leaving. I'm out of here. There is definitely I am out of here, Margaret. I'm not second guessing it. I mean, like I said, I loved Ghana. Um, I did ask God to show me Ghana the way I saw it before. He didn't. He hasn't. I don't see it that way. And like I said, if it's just temporary, I am planning to leave. Are you the one to send me the emails? If so, I got them. Yes, and thank you so much. We're fairly new to your channel. What made you go to Ghana in the beginning? Respect. I came here on a Barry. Thanks for coming in. I came here in March 2021 on a 10-day girl trip with 6 women that I had only known on a social media group. By day 3, I fell in love with the land and the people, and I just really fell in love with the fact that Ghana looked nothing like that I have been seeing. Well, growing up as a child, there was never Ghana or Nigeria or Mali or Burkina Faso or Benin. It was just Africa. So Africa didn't look like they had been showing me all my life. And I started to have really spiritual experiences in those first few days. So I decided that 10 days wasn't enough. So the ladies went back, and I stayed, I believe, 40 days, went home and decided to make Ghana my home, and I came back, and I did, and Ghana has been my home ever since March 2021. So that's how I originally got here. My email, let me put it, let me type it. TJ Noor is a new member. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for joining the team. I appreciate you. Let me type my email in. It's going to take me a minute, y'all. Make sure it's right. And I do have a link tree in my bio. I believe the email, there is an email in my link tree. Again, thank you, TJ North, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting me. And I appreciate you for being here. So yeah, that's how I first got to Ghana. It was a girl trip, 10-day girl trip. And I went home for 2 weeks. And I wasn't going home. I went home for 2 weeks. I left everything I owned, everything I had bought to Ghana, I left here. Only thing I took home was a backpack and my skates because I didn't really leave my skates nowhere. Packed up my bags and things, and I was just relaxing and chilling. And then I got on the website and I saw that they were going to close the borders because they said Ghana's COVID rate had went up 20%. And I was like, I was just in Ghana and I didn't see nobody having no issues with COVID. It just sounded like something made up. But before they closed the borders, I jumped on the plane. Day 14, my feet was back in Ghana. Because had they closed the borders, I wanted to be on this side and not that side. I want to thank you all for being here. Welcome to the Chemisphere. It is currently 10:59 p.m. here in Ghana, West Africa. Any comments or questions? The floor is open. I think this live started at 10 p.m., so we've been on here about an hour now. Again, any comments or questions? Good evening, everyone. God is shifting things in place. Think it's not strange. Good evening, everyone. God is shifting things in place. Think it not strange. Can you rephrase that, Shani, please? Or come up on the stage? Thank you, Boss Chick, for posting that link. If you would like to come up on the stage, just click the invite link and come up. Good night, K Vibes. Thanks for coming in, Katie. Thanks for coming in. I wonder if all the comments coming from it. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. So would I see my Facebook comments on here and YouTube? Does anybody know? Any comments or questions? The floor is open. It's an open discussion. Outside of what the main topic, the discussion is open. Okay, well, if there are no more comments and questions, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. Again, we are talking about Mija. What's your question? Have you participated in one of the ethnic activities? What specifically? Do you mean like rituals, cultural, tribalism? What do you mean? I believe there was a sudden payoff by the U.S. for money to add this new COVID back. I had the same thing, then it suddenly dropped. Well, I mean, it's interesting to me to how COVID just came out of nowhere and suddenly left. Mija, what is your question? All I see is a question mark and a finger. But let me see, any ethnic activities? I mean, I'm in Africa. I'm not quite sure what you mean by ethnic activities. My question is above my finger, sis. Thank you, YouTuber, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Let me go up and see. Does anybody see her comment? Unless or question. Okay, I'm all the way up to Black on Purpose. Princess B, you know when your heart and your mind says the same thing, then you've made the right decision. Exactly. How long will you leave? How long will you leave for? Do you have any idea? No, I don't. I don't plan on coming back, but I might make it my way back here. But I have no plans on coming back. Okay, where can I email you? I don't see. I don't see your Mija. I don't see your question. Can you ask it again, please? My question is a. Yeah, I don't see it. Again, thank you for the super sticker. I do appreciate that. Have you been to a naming? Yes, I've been to a naming ceremony in 2021. I was in me and my six sisters that came here together. The women, we were in a naming ceremony to get our names, and then I went to one naming ceremony of one of the boys in the village had a daughter. We went to her naming ceremony. No, there's no COVID outbreak in Ghana. I'm talking about 2021 when I first came here. Thank you, Kenny. Mija, can you ask the question again? My moderators doesn't see your question either. It could have gotten filtered.
I don't see it either. I didn't see it.
Any other comments or questions? Mija, what? Try to rephrase your question because it could have gotten blocked. The question is gone for some reason, but are you in Michigan, sis? I'm coming to get you. No, I was born and raised in Detroit. I'm in Ghana, West Africa. Was it Guy, you, Ashanti, or Fanti? Fanti. It was a Fanti ceremony. Are you from Detroit, Mija? I'd like to ask a question about when COVID broke out in Ghana. Somebody was saying that people were being turned away from going taxes because they want vaccinated. Is this true? People were being turned away going from going. I don't understand, Princess. I didn't come here during COVID. I came here after the COVID was lifted and we were allowed to travel. What up, though, Mija? I missed a question up here. Let me see if I can go back up. 2 years of paradise, 1 year of frustration, maybe 6 months, 6 months more to balance it out. We gonna see. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Like I said, I don't want to feel like did this nail polish come off? I don't want to feel like I don't want to feel how I feel now and that I wasted 3 years in Ghana. I have to try to look at this as a positive way. I have to see something positive. Oh, that was another list I had. I would what I had learned from somebody told me to just try to see what I learned from being in Ghana as opposed to me feeling like I wasted 3 years here. Miss Kim, do you have any reputable tourist guide suggestions? We like to visit Ghana. Yes, I do, Shani. I do. I do. Just send me a message. I do. I think Ghana was making you pay about 100 US dollars. Hold on, let me go back up. Just give me a second. Hold on, my comments. I think Ghana was making you pay about 100 US dollars to take a COVID test. No, it was 150, and you had to pay for it online in the US. And then when you get off the airplane, you show them your receipt. You had to print the receipt and show them the receipt. It was 150 US dollars, and I paid it out of the out of the 5 times I came in and out. I think I paid it 3 times. Had to pay coming in, and then you had to pay 350 CDs going out. I mean, how many people can say they had 2 years of paradise? I never looked at it like that, Tasha. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Because for about 2 years, this was heaven for me. Like I just loved it. Cool. My wife's African ancestry DNA test related as Fanti. We met the Paramount Queen Mother in a Cebu. Oh, okay, okay, Barry. That sounds good. A Cebu is where all the Black Americans are building their houses at out there. You welcome, Shani. I mean, honestly, when I think about it, like as many people that has crossed the borders to come here, like there's still so many people that this thing is crawling again. Like it just woke up out of nowhere. Where did it go? Hold on, y'all. Just give me a minute. See, the big issue with me is this thing is moving a little too fast for me. Like that quick, I saw it, and now it ducked off into the grass somewhere.
It can't be moving that
Uh,
fast. This count.
see, I forgot. I done forgot my thought. I really did. To see this bug again at the corner of my eye.
How fast is it moving?
Cool, my wife's ancestry test. So defined to we met Paramount Queen. Well, I was saying the Cebu is where the Black Americans are building their houses at out there in a Cebu, out that way. I personally just wasn't interested in the free land. I didn't get involved in the free land in Ghana at all. My spirit didn't sit right with it. Didn't sit right with it, so I never involved myself in it. Not all Black Americans are in a Cebu. Black Americans are all over Ghana, UK, and the Caribbeans are in a Cebu too. I didn't say all Black Americans. I didn't say all Black Americans are in a Cebu or that they're only in Ghana. I said that is where Black Americans are building their community, are building their houses. There's some Ghanaians out there building houses as well. I have no idea about UK people because I'm not connected to them, but I'm sure there's more than Black Americans building houses out there. And I know they're not all in the Cebu because they're all around me. They're everywhere. They're like Black Americans are in. They're everywhere. They're not just in a Cebu, but that's not what I said. Some people who commented, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't even see those comments." Okay, so responding to Tasha, I don't see the comments, but no, a Cebu is not just all Black Americans. Um, and Black Americans are not only in a Cebu. Black Americans are all up and through Ghana, everywhere. They can live wherever they want to live. Like I'm Black American, I'm not in a Cebu. A lot of them are in Cape Coast. They're in Tamale, Tamar, Takoradi. They're all over Ghana. Thanks, YouTuber, for clearing that up. I apologize. And it's interesting that I don't even see the comments. Stevie Wonder's now a citizen of Ghana. Yeah, I heard that. I saw it. I don't feel no type of way about it. I really don't feel no type of way about none of the famous people being here. Kim, you are correct. Some are from Barbados, Jamaica, you name it. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I know. I think in 2021, I don't remember if it was 2021 before or after I came here, I saw somebody had announced that Stevie Wonder had moved to Ghana. a few years ago, but I saw in the news that he got his citizenship just handed to him, just like that. What about Nigeria? Clean slate. I mean, it's that type of stuff that it just sit. It just doesn't sit right with me. That here's somebody famous that just popped up over here and got citizenship, just like that. How?
They got money.
They won't get $3,000 from me for citizenship. I've never been interested. Only way I will take a citizenship is if they hand it to me for free. I have no interest in being a citizen of Ghana and paying for it. No interest whatsoever. What about Nigeria, clean slate? I think once you get away and have a break, you can have a clear mind and know what to do from there. That's what I think, boss chick. That's exactly what I believe. There is no there is no free land, laugh not loud. It costs 900 up to 1,000 for a plot of land. Stevie Wonder paid plenty of money to get what he got. His plans for Ghana is expensive. I will never know because I will never care. The land, as far as the land, the chief was giving the land away for free. But you do need a land surveyor, and the land surveyor, as of 2021, for the land surveyor and all the paperwork and your indentures, that totaled 900 US dollars in 2021. And so that's the argument and the debate that the land is given for free, but you do have to pay for all the paperwork and have the land surveyor come in. Don't you like living in Nigeria? I've never been to Nigeria. I will never go. I won't. I wouldn't go there to find out clean slate. I have no interest in going to Nigeria. Is it costly to become a citizen of Ghana? Last I checked, it was 3,000 US dollars. Um, I don't remember if it was 3,000 US dollars or 3,000 CDs. My ears heard $3,000, but I wasn't paying attention because I had no interest in it. So, as a man was explaining residency and citizenship and all that stuff, I wasn't really paying much attention because I wasn't interested in either one. I was only there to renew my visa. I'm trying to see what these damn bugs are going. Clean slate. She is in Ghana, West Africa. Thank you, boss chick. Yes, clean slate. I'm in Ghana. I've been in Ghana. Ghana is the only country on the continent that I've been to, and I have no interest on visiting any other countries here. I left in 5/2021 due to. Hold on, let me go up. I left. Hold on. I left at 5/2021 due to malaria and lack of running water and lights. Yeah, well, the running water and lights just got worse. Have you been to northern Ghana like Tamale? I know the culture is different. More Muslims. My parental DNA lineage is in Bisa. People from the Baku area and Burkina Faso. No, I haven't been there. My husband's from the northern region. I have not been to the northern region at all. Kim, too much begging. Nigeria won't suit you. Try Thailand or Mexico. Mexico is an option for me. That is one of my goals. Mexico. I will not be going to another country on the continent though at all. I've never in my life said I wanted to go to Nigeria. No, that's never been on my radar. I don't know about Tamale. I just know the northern region is different. I just being married to somebody from the northern region. They live different, they think different. Um it's almost like they're from a different country to me, really. What's hard about Tamale that you heard about? I haven't really heard nothing bad or good about it. Just that it's pretty much farming land. It is. Let me see what time it is, y'all. It is 11:19 p.m. here in Ghana, West Africa. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming to the Chemisphere. Thank you for your likes and thank you for your super stickers and super chats. They are most appreciated. And thank you for becoming a new member. What was it, TJ or TD? I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, but thank you for becoming a member. Ghanaian men are different, period, to me. They say Tamale is super hard on women who beg the most, the women or the men. Um, I the only reason I would think that it's harder on women, I'm not sure what hard in which way, is because there's a lot of Muslims there, and the women might have it different. But I don't know. TJ, thank you for becoming a member. TJ, thank you, Boss Chick, for putting that up there. Yeah, I don't know if it's hard. Latif, is um is it harder for women living in Tamale than living in the central region? No, no, no. Is it harder for women living there? Yeah, my husband's never told me anything about it being harder for women there. The only thing, like I said, I could see is it's a, just maybe the religion. She is on it. She really, really is. Thank you for the super sticker again, YouTuber. I think that's Tasha. Thank you, Sabrina, for your super sticker. ES is in Tamale. She seems to be doing really well. Yes, she's in Tamale. Her and her husband is. And yeah, she seems to be doing well. I don't know her. I just know what I see on her social media. Bridget, I'm gonna ask you a question. Um, First, where do you live, Bridget? But yeah, Ghanaian men are different from, like Nigerian men are different. Probably the men from Bali, different, Ethiopia. I'm sure all the men are different. They're from different countries and different tribes and things and different upbringings. I said, where are you from, Bridget? South Carolina. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question, Bridget. In South Carolina, who begs the most, men or women? Because I've never been to South Carolina, so I have no idea. But people beg everywhere I've ever been. And so in South Carolina, who begs the most, men or women? I follow ES. She states her opinion of all time. She states her opinion all the time. I don't follow her that much. I do jump in and out of her chats every now and then. I liked following her more in the beginning of their building. Um, when they were beginning the build, and that was my most fun part about watching her. Once they got everything built, I didn't really watch too much. It doesn't look like Ethiopians marry outside of their culture. Rockabye baby, I don't know anything about Ethiopians, so I really wouldn't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I've only worked with a few Ethiopian women. And I remember working with one man, but they pretty much keep to themselves at work. So I don't know anything about them. You got me cracking up for what you asked. I mean, I want to know. People say things like, I'm not going to even go there right now. Really, I'm just not. Any more comments or questions? Probably the younger ones. The younger what? The younger women or the younger men? Bridget. Probably the younger ones. Ethiopians are not super fans of Black Americans. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard that. Like I said, I've worked with them, and they weren't rude. They were very friendly, very respectful. If you speak, they speak. If you talk, they talk. But I don't know. I've never heard of them not liking Black Americans. It could be true. I've just never heard it. Boys and girls beg more. Here, the men beg more. Men and little boys. Clean slate. It's 3:20 here in Dubai. I'm going back to sleep. I have work in the morning. Thanks for coming in, Clean Slate. I hope you sleep well. People beg all over the world. Age isn't a factor. I didn't ask about nobody's age. She asked me who begged more in Ghana. She asked me who begged more, the men or the women. So I asked her who begs more in South Carolina. And she said the young people. But people do beg everywhere. Yeah, people beg all over the world. I mean, everywhere you go, you're gonna see somebody ask, and not necessarily even begging. Some people are just kindly asking you. It ain't even. I mean, here they are begging. They are officially, legally begging. I until here I didn't even use the word beg, but in the U.S., you just hear people asking you kindly for money. I wouldn't even call it begging. I mean, you will hear them say, "Please, please, mommy, I beg you, mommy, I beg you, mommy, I beg you." You know, you don't hear that. I've never heard that in the U.S. I don't even hear the word begging often in the U.S. That's not a word I hear regularly. Michaela, where are you from? You probably told me and I don't remember. And if you Michelle, you just need to just keep stop changing your name. I've seen it also on Accra with Muslim children. I've seen it also on Accra with Muslim children. What, begging, Renee? When I get there in June, you and I are going to Lush in Cape Coast. I'm putting that out there in the universe. Thank you, YouTuber. I won't be here, but thank you. Oh, you was born in Florida. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it also in Accra. I mean, I've seen the begging everywhere from Accra to Takrady, Tamar. Everywhere I've been here, I've seen the begging. Everywhere, anytime I go out. Kimberly, the way that you were treated in Ghana and how you say they treat American women that return back to Africa, would you say it's the same for English people that have gone over there to settle? Kimberly, the way that you were treated in Ghana and how you say they treated American women that return back to Africa, would you say it's the same for English people? What do you mean, English people? Do you mean white people? I have no idea because I'm not. If you mean white people, I'm not around any white people, so I don't know how they treat. I don't know. I really don't. You uprooted your life to move to Ghana. Did something in particular turn you off? Did something turn me off in Ghana, or did something turn me off to make me move here? But I know you've been following me long enough, Rockabye Baby, to know my whole entire story. Like you're on almost every chat, so I know that you know why I'm leaving Ghana. So are you saying that did something happen in the U.S.? Good night, YouTuber. Thanks for coming in and thanks for the super sticker. I appreciate you. English people that have gone over there. Princess, are you talking about white people? I'm reading your comment again. That's interesting. And I never even thought about the fact that I uprooted my life because I really didn't. I just took a trip here, liked it, went home for 2 weeks, and was like, Ghana's my new home. Goodbye. Here's the house key. Y'all come in and turn my lights on and off every now and then, whatever. Thank you, Boss Chick, for that announcement. No, black people. Yeah, I don't know about I wouldn't know about any English black people. I don't even know who they are. So I can't answer that question. Now, do you mean people from the UK? Can you be more specific? I can probably answer your question better. But anyway, every black person that I have met here, um, they think a lot of Ghanaians think that they think outside of Ghana is America. Everybody's from America. But as far as how they treat other people, I don't know because I'm not around them. If they treat us a certain way here in the States, I can imagine there. I appreciate your truth experience. Yeah, yeah. I mean, when they come to America, the ones I've met, they do. They treat us like they treat us bad. Like they don't have nothing much to want to do with us. The women don't like us at all, and they kind of let it be known. I mean, the nail polish did come off my toe. Thank you, thank you, Michelle, for your comment. So it is 11:33 p.m. here in Ghana, West Africa. I'm gonna go ahead and end this chat unless we have some more comments and questions. I will go ahead and end the chat, but the floor is still open. I do still encourage, even though I'm leaving, I do still encourage people to come to Ghana for your visit. Come and put your feet on this land, visit, see how you like it, and just make decide for yourself what it's like. People from the UK. I haven't met any women. I've only met I met one. I know one lady from the UK. She's very very light skinned. She is black, but she's very very light skinned. Latif thought she was a white lady. I don't know how they treat her because me and her don't talk. She just walked past the store for the last 3 years, and we speak to each other, and that's all I know. Her family owns a guest house here. So she's the only woman that I know from the UK that I've met. Like I've heard some say to me the problem they have with us is we think we're better. I don't think that, but that's what they think. I didn't come over here thinking I was better. I didn't come over here acting like I was better than them. So I have seen it happen. I have with my own eyes seen it happen. And I think I do believe that those few bad apples is kind of what spoiled it for us in that sense. Wow, that's bleak. They think everyone black are from America. No, no, they think everyone outside of Ghana is American. They think the UK people are American. They think everybody outside of Ghana is American. Not black people, everybody. And we they believe that, and to them we are privileged, but they act like it's our fault that if we are from here, that we got stolen and got to live a better life. They do act like it's our fault. I'll be honest, I was thinking about going there because I have some link there, someone that has settled there and established themselves in the property department, and was hold on and was hold on, let me see if I can get that comment back. I lost the comment. It's gone. We struggle over here as a race. It's not easy. What they don't know and what they're not taught is what happened to the ancestors once they crossed the water. My husband just learned about slavery watching movies on TV just recently this past week. I experienced mistreatment here. I experienced mistreatment there from the airport from the airport to Koforidua. Mistreatment from who? From the women or the men or everybody? And what type of mistreatment? But by listening to you and your experience that you've had, it's a big turnoff for me. And when you said it was very difficult to start a business up and all these things, I have no um it depends on what type of business you're starting. If you're starting a brick and mortar business, it is difficult, but I opened up a road, and what I told you is something that I heard in the news conference on TV, and it was a big deal because what they were saying that for you to start a business in Ghana, you have to have $1 million to get a business license. And I was watching that. I don't know if it was a parliament people or what government people it was, and I was like, $1 million. And so this particular show went on for 2 days, and I kind of watched it in and out. I opened a roadside container store. Nobody bothered me. Exactly. They don't. But see how we're taught some of the history. They're taught nothing about what happened after the fact. According to the people I've spoken to, they a lot of things that they know about slavery. They learned it from me, which is really sad that they don't have a clue. And there's so much, boss chick, that I didn't know. Had I not come to Ghana, there's a whole lot of history I would not have known. I agree. It's a lot they do not know, as we do not know about them as well. Yes, it's true. Wow. Got it. That's understandable. You don't understand what you don't know or experience. Yeah. Oh, the women disrespect. Yeah, yeah, I can definitely. Yeah, the women are very disrespectful. They're mean, they're rude, they're disrespectful. Yep, and the bribes to do their jobs. Exactly. I had told you I had to pay a police officer when the boy stole my phone and chargers and everything. I had to pay him 300, I think it was 350 CDs when he got the boy and got my phone back. And then I had to pay 300 CDs for the taxi to drive us around looking for the boy because the police didn't have a car. I was shocked and horrified when you said that the people in Ghana don't even know nothing about slavery. I can't believe my eyes. They have leaders, they have government, they have presidents. Yeah, they have leaders and governments and presidents, but they haven't been taught our history. They don't know anything about us really. And most of them that you talk to will tell you that they learn about Americans from watching TV. I was told they accept bribes because sometimes they don't receive income from their jobs for months. Yeah, that ain't none of our business though. That don't have it don't have nothing to do with us that you didn't get paid and that you choose to keep this job. It doesn't get you to take from me and extort money from me because you choose to stay at a job for 3 months and that hasn't paid you. I remember the man at the airport, but it is true. I remember the man at the airport said that they hadn't gotten paid for 3 months. I have been at One Africa and know for a fact that on payday their employees didn't get paid. They was just simply told that they didn't have the money, and it's not right and it's not fair. Hold on. It depends on the country. It depends from country to country. In some countries, slavery is covered in history curriculum. South Africa, that could be true, D, but we're specifically talking about Ghana. I have not been to any other country in on the continent. I don't know any of their history whatsoever. So, that could be true, but here in Ghana, from like I said, the people I've spoken to, they're not taught they're not taught our history. The few that go to good private schools learn some world history. Sometimes they don't know much about each other too. The tribes and that's true, serum. That is very, very, very true. That sometimes they don't know much about each other. The tribes and the languages. It's true. I mean, there's so many tribes and so many languages and so many different cultures. It's just unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. Like really, I told you, Latif speaks 8 languages fluently. Like, why do you even need to? Why are there even 8 of them here? But there's so many languages here, just in the little area of Amina that I'm in. I mean, depending on who came to the store, Latif was speaking Twi, Hausa, Fanti, God, Dagumba, Arabic. It just depends on who came to the store and what language they spoke. I know he mostly spoke Hausa to the Muslims. Will only live in developed countries. Also, I'm not the kind to try to blend in to other people's culture. I'm not necessarily trying to blend into other people's culture either. I did want to live in the village and learn the culture and embrace Ghana. I didn't come here for America or to see America, but like I said, I did it 3 years. It's over and I'm done. I am strongly and proudly Black American. No identity crisis. Oh, true, Sarah and pray. Thank you. But I don't have no identity crisis either. Like I said, after being over here, nobody over there better ever call me Black American because I'm not. I mean African American because I'm not African. I ain't gonna claim it unless they prove to me I'm from here. Then I will never believe it ever. I will be checking the box that says other always and forever. I will be checking. I will now be checking the box that says other. I've been over here long enough to know that this is not my home and I did not come from here. Some Ghanaians and Nigerians are related and not aware of it. And some of them are very much aware of it, Renee. Honest to God, some of them are very much aware to the fact that they are married to their first cousins. And it's kind of like a normal thing. It's like it's not a big deal. Like they read a different Bible or they read a different Quran or I don't even know if you can. I don't even know if the word cousins and aunties and grandmas is in the Bible. I've never read it, so we probably the ones that's wrong. Heck, a good amount of African Americans aren't properly taught our history. The bulk of our history I learned as an adult. Oh, I was definitely taught Black American from a child, but I grew up in Detroit, so from a child we were taught uh, African American history. We were taught history in general. Now, as in high school, we could, in high school and college, you can choose to take African American studies or, whatever you want to choose. But we definitely grew up learning the history. I learned more about slavery from people that would come to Detroit that from the South, and I learned slavery from them. I learned more about Black people having to go through back doors and couldn't go in front doors, and just hearing their stories. 54 likes and 57 shares. Thank you, Boss Chick, for that announcement. Thank you for showing this information that the people in Ghana, probably even Africans, the majority don't even know they were slaves. No, a lot of them don't know what happened after they were put on those boats. They have no idea. And some is the same thing in Jamaica. They don't teach them about slavery, just a teeny weeny snippet, just enough so that they don't look. Because if they look, might find out that if they look, they might find out that they they're the chosen people. Okay. Oh no, true serum. I know you didn't mean me. I understood what you meant. I'm just agreeing with you. I'm just saying I am proud. I am proud, a proud Black American. And they better not call me African American again because I am definitely not claiming to be African at all. Period. We're not doing that no more. They do the same nonsense in Jamaica, but not for as long as 3 months in official jobs. But I mean, That is crazy in Africa. It really, really is. Oh, you was taught two different histories? Your husband, Kim, being so multilingual is a great asset in the United Kingdom, and it pays very well. That's a blessing if he makes it over there. He won't be going over there with me, Princess B. No shade thrown, but God bless him. Yeah, I hope he get a good job because I won't be going to the United Kingdom, and I'm not learning no new languages. YouTube has a great amount of history on slavery now. Oh yeah, it's there. Yeah, it is there. If they want to look it up, I mean they can't look up something they knew nothing about. But they're learning it, like sitting down having conversations with them. They've even learned a lot. It shocked me that it was so much that they didn't know. And watching my husband watch, he was watching a movie where where a white man made this lady's husband. He tied her to a tree and butt naked. He tied her to a tree butt naked and made her husband beat her with a whip. And every time he hit his wife, you could feel his pain. But the man was standing with a shotgun ready to shoot him if he didn't hit her. And the son was there. It is forbidden to intermarry according to the Bible. It's called incest. Oh, I know what we've been taught about incest, Princess B. I'm just saying I've never what I said was I've never heard the word cousins and aunties and uncles in the Bible. So I really don't know who the people are talking about in the Bible. But I know over here people definitely are married to their first cousins. Sankofa is an awesome movie on YouTube. I think I seen Sankofa some years ago. No, I saw Serafina. I don't think I seen Sankofa. I'm gonna look it up. Hello, Lady Shakari. Thanks for coming in. Any more comments or questions? So just know, coming here, you're coming to a different world, a different place where there's so many different cultures and so many different tribes and languages, that it can get overwhelming. Like I said, coming here on a visit is cool. You kind of in and out as a tourist, but living here is different. Kim, did or did they not teach slavery in the schools in America? They took slavery and teach slavery in the schools in the UK, but they only give a snippet just enough so that people won't start looking. No, we I was taught black history and I was taught about slavery. I just learned more about it hearing people telling me stories that came from the South. Yeah, it was definitely taught in the Detroit school system. You can't hear me, Lady Shikari? Also, Kimmy, did you Kim, did you know that the transatlantic slave traders in the Bible, if you know where to look? No, I don't, Princess B. They only taught American history, not slavery, when I attended school in the U.S. I don't know what year you attended school, but like I said, in Detroit, Michigan, we were taught black history. We were taught about slaves. Um, and then, of course, y'all know the movie Roots came out. We watched that. It was on Monday through Friday. We had to watch that. And we had to watch it on Monday. And then Tuesday, when we went to school, they would have, okay, we would watch it on Monday. And then Tuesday morning, when you wake up, there would be a questionnaire in the newspaper. And the teacher would have that questionnaire, and we had to fill it out and answer questions each day that Roots came on. For me, raised in Virginia, K through 12, my Tootsie Road right past slavery, Jim Crow, and etc. They briefly touched on it. Oh, I believe you, yeah, Anthony, Tiffany. I believe you. I'm learning that a lot of people didn't learn it. You're not African and talking. You are absolutely correct, but she do have a heritage. It's not from Africa. Princess B said you're not African at talking. What people don't understand that the slaves from the transatlantic slave trade were not African people. Princess, I'm not sure where you got that information from, but the people from the transatlantic slave trade, from my understanding, came. They were from they came the majority from Ghana. They came from different places, but they definitely came from Ghana, and those people are African. Roots was mind blowing for my generation because we didn't know. It was mind blowing for me. I was in elementary school, and we didn't, as much as we were taught about slavery, we to be able to see it on a movie was completely different than reading about it or hearing a teacher talk about it. It was awful. I understand now why they made us watch the movie, I guess, but at the same time, I don't know if I would force some children to watch that movie as young as I was. They taught Black history here in the States, just what they wanted Blacks to learn, nothing about the truth beyond 1965. They don't want many to know who we truly are. That may be true, Michelle. I can understand that. That's true, Michelle. They dropped us off in many, many different places. No, Kim, I know you're not going to come to the UK. I'm just saying that type of linguistic language are blessings, like you said. Oh, yeah, I understand that speaking different languages. For instance, I know if the job market was good here, Latif could probably get a great job speaking different languages. But then again, all of the languages that he speak to those people all speak English. They just choose to speak their language. All of those people have conversations with me. They all speak English. English is beaten into them in school, beaten, physically beaten into them in school. But yeah, I get it. It's like being in the U.S. and you can speak Spanish, and not the U.S. but California. If you can speak Spanish and English, I mean it's a plus. You got like 10 up on the next person. Oh yes, aunties, cousins, and uncles. I mentioned it. I have never seen them mentioned in the Bible. I'm gonna read it eventually again tonight. I don't have a Bible with me because the Bible I bought was, like I said, in like a size 2 font. But I remember having a conversation with somebody where I was asking, have they ever heard, grandmothers and aunties and uncles mentioned in the Bible? Most Ghanaians speak English and pretend they don't. I've never met one that pretend they. Everybody around me speaks English, and they probably had to because I had a store, so they had to come to the store and speak English. But I mean, every Ghanaian I met spoke English. Nobody pretended to not speak. From the airport, everywhere I went, people spoke English. The only Ghanaians I met that didn't speak English, they didn't speak English. Like they just didn't know how to speak the language. This is the biggest fucking, oh my God, this is getting out of control. Y'all, this big snail, I can't even, and it don't need me calling Latif because he just think it's so far away from me that it shouldn't even matter. I mean, this snail is the size of a, I don't know. It's the size of a like a little kid's toddler cup. I don't really know where Princess got that information from. I didn't really want to discuss it no more because I don't know what else to say, but I know for a fact that the people on that transatlantic slave trade were African. But I don't really know where people get information from. And there's so much false information going around. Google can make you believe anything, and people telling you a story can make you believe anything. I mean, preachers do it every day in church. They'll say something about the Bible, and then you go read it for yourself, and it's wrong. So, like, I don't really know. Princess, where did you get your information from about the transatlantic slave trade? Oh, they eat snails here. My neighbor ate them. I ate one. I actually tasted a snail. I did. My neighbor collected about six of them from the farm over at our farm. He collected them, and he opened them. And once you open them, there's so much slime in these snails that it's unbelievable. You can't see it because I can't turn. I'm not on the phone. I'm on my laptop, and he's not close enough for me to. Okay, he just went into his shell. He did have his long, he has a long neck. I wonder will Latif pick him up and bring him to the camera? Many fled from Pharaoh to Africa. It wasn't all Africans. Many fled from Pharaoh to Africa. Hello, Lady Shikari. Thanks for coming back in. Only time I seen someone eat a snail was on the naked. Yeah, the neighbor Emmanuel, he cooked some in garlic and butter. Was it butter, garlic and butter? I want to call Latif so bad, but I know I'm getting on his nerves. What I mean is, yes, they were slaved from Africa or out of Africa, but when you trace the roots going right back to pre slavery, they went into Africa through ancestor. Yeah, I don't really know that information. Latif? Latif? Latif! See, you done fell asleep. You left me out here again. You fell asleep? Okay, well, come. I'm gonna close my live. I don't like to be out here by myself when you sleep. No, no, you're asleep, babe. I heard you. I called you a few times. I actually screamed your name. You were asleep. He swear to God he wasn't asleep. Well, do you mind picking up this snail? He's smacking his lips, y'all, so I know he don't want to come out here and pick the snail up. I was gonna let y'all see it. It might not even seem big to y'all, but the people on TikTok YouTube want to see the snail.
And where is it?
He's right here. See? You see him? Do you see him?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. It is, Lady Shikari. It is. It is. I keep telling I need a houseboy to do stuff like that. Come, houseboy, come get the snails and the centipedes and millipedes and all that stuff. I mean, this stuff is really not a big deal to Latif, and I've gotten more used to it than I was like last year. But still, it just still give me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, another Tiffany. I kind of think she's talking about some different people, but like I said, I only know what I've been taught, and I don't know the truth because I wasn't there, but I know what I've been taught in history and over here. Wow, y'all are lucky you can have a houseboy. Yeah, we can have one. I'm not. I be joking about it, but I'm not gonna have one. I don't trust nobody. We had one house lady, and she got fired in like 3 months. she, she would come twice a week. This was our first house. She would come twice a week and wash clothes and clean like the bathrooms, kitchen, sweep up around, just do little stuff because it wasn't much to clean. It was just me and Latif, but she just wouldn't do right, so there was no need in keeping her around. And we just didn't trust her. We didn't trust her at all. You can't do that in the states. Why not? I mean, as far as price, maybe, but you can definitely hire a maid or a butler. They might call them something different, but you can definitely have them in every state I've lived in. What you doing? You looking for something? You being an asshole tonight. It's okay, husband. Ew, I wish y'all could see the snail on the ground. It's some type of, I don't know what this thing is because I've never seen a snail this big. And I ain't never studied these damn things because they've never been interesting to me because our snails are small. But I don't know what that is. I don't know, y'all. Kimberly, have you watched Ghanaian movies yet? Oh, yes, I've watched them. Uh huh. I mean, you can have an actual housekeeper, you can have a butler, you can have a pool boy. Unless the state you live in won't allow it, you can definitely have a houseboy. They just don't call them that over there. I wouldn't call them that either. That's what they're called here. Like I can't make myself call the house lady a maid. I started calling her the house lady because nothing would make me call her a maid. They call them servants. And I couldn't call her a servant and I could not call her a maid. I just never have ever done that. So I would just call her the house lady. I remember when I first got here, we our first day we stayed at a hostel. The second day we stayed at this lady's house. The lady that brought us here, we stayed at her friend's house, which none of this was on our agenda at all. It was not a part of our itinerary. She was just making up shit as she went. And so we the second day we stayed at this lady's house and I had a really bad headache, and so I asked her if she had any pain pills, and she said yes. Just a second, I'll have. She said just she'll have somebody bring them to me. So this little girl came. She was probably about I don't know. She was probably about 14, 13, 14. She came with a tray, and they serve you everything almost on a tray. She came with a tray and a package of let's say Tylenols and a bottle of water. And I went to reach for the Tylenol to open it. She said, no, 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 no. So she opened it and she put them in my hand. And I went to reach for the bottle of water. And I grabbed the bottle of water and she tugged, like we're playing tug of war with this water. And I let it go and she opened the water for me. I took my pills and I was confused because the cook was black, the girl was black. This lady had just black people in her house. And I asked her, I said, why would you have black people working in your house like that, like serving you? And she said, Kimberly, they're not slaves, they're servants. It's a difference. They get paid to work here. And I was just like, oh, okay. I just thought it was really strange, but now that I'm here, it's just normal. I got it all the way wrong when I met the gay friends. What? I agree with you on that to call them house lady and houseman out of respect. Yeah, I could never call them a maid or a servant. I just can't. I didn't even understand them black people having black people serving them in the houses, period, until the lady explained to me, Kimberly, they're not slaves. They are servants that they get paid. And I was just like, okay. Yes, it's called dumbing down the people, withholding the truth of their true identity. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, y'all. It is now 12:09 at midnight here in Ghana, West Africa. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming back to the Chemisphere again. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. Thank you for the super stickers, super chats. If I have any cash apps or Zales, I will check and see. I want to thank you for those. And I will see you on our next live. I love you all. My gay friends and straight friends. Thank you, Renee. I am definitely going to rest well because I'm tired. But you know, the crazy thing is, even though I'm tired and I'm kind of falling asleep, once I get up and get in that bed, I'm not going to fall asleep. It's just amazing. It really, really is. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick with Latif because, I mean, I'm going to go totally annoy him because he wouldn't come pick the snail up. He didn't really pay much attention to that little other creepy crawler. So now my job is to go in there. He's going to make me a cup of coffee. No, coffee doesn't keep me woke. He's going to make me a cup of coffee, probably cook some chicken, and then I'm going to annoy him all the way. I'm just going to annoy him till I'm tired. Good night, Barbara. Thanks for coming in. It's true, Lady Sakira. I get him back. When he does stuff to me, I get him back. I told you I stick tissue in his ear when he sleep, up his nose when he sleep. I do all kind of stuff. I turn the air on super, 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 super. I'll turn the air on super cold and the ceiling fan on super high and then pull the covers off of him. And he gets so annoyed with me. What time is it there? It's midnight. It's 12:09 midnight. So again, I will see you all tomorrow. I love you all and stay blessed. Thanks for coming in.